Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Throwing right. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. If that's setting the tone, then the tone is screeching nasty fingernails on the biggest chalkboard in the world.
And I like it. You're throwing on the first play of the game, right? You're trying to be aggressive. You're trying to send a message to the defense that you're going to take shots and you're going to push the football down the field. But come on, man. I mean, you've practiced the opening play for this game all week long. You've executed it in practice. Didn't look like that this week.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to Davis. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fair catch, called for and made. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, looking again to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Slants are very tough to cut, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball when he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him somewhere.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Auburn pulled out a thriller the last time these two met in the Iron Bowl.
And I was so impressed last year with just Auburn's physicality. They beat up Alabama. They did it in the trenches. They did it running the football. That was a statement win in the Iron Bowl last season.
A huge win that they can build on, because you know how Auburn's looked at in the state of Alabama. They're the little brother. They're not respected as much. Win 2 in a row, start to gain some of that respect back from these Elephant fans.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The Tigers want to move quickly. They'll run the option. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. 3rd and goal for the offense. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Now on the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer now is on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Gets it to the back. He's run down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. He's got his man.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Give to the back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the single back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. And let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that, and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Using the quick game. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. USC has the lead right now, but kind of fittingly, the men of Troy have been in a battle today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 8 over UCLA. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to take off. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw. Makes the catch.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Now on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the Tigers get the first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Firing to the right, complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Got his man on the right. Across the 25, he's got room. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And this offense has got it all working. Right, it's just been tough. This defense is on heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. The defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They want to run this quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun to give, looking for room. That stiff arm got him a little space, but he'll be knocked down at the 11. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Fires the pass, intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Calls his own number. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job, Bob. Finding a little bit of running room on that return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They go to the ground. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Offense getting set for first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they've got on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Lincoln. Quick with the spin move. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. Listen, he can catch the football. He can make plays. Use the big fella.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Tigers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. Lining up to add another. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll go with a direct snap. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the pass. Got a man in the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. They'll run it to the right.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Alabama! And that one will put him up here in the second half. If he doesn't get you with his arm, he'll get you with his legs, or he might get you with both of them.
It stinks, man. Having to defend a guy like this that just, you think you're going to get him in the pocket. You got to play the first play where he might be throwing the ball from the pocket and he scrambles, and now you're defending the run and the throw down the field. It's kind of like rush hour back in the day. Which one of y'all kicked me?
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 28, Auburn 21.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period.
Here we go.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Auburn lines up quickly.
And credit to the offense, sticking with the run, but, man, it's not working. And this defense is not budging. And we've seen them all season. They've been so dominant. I do think it's going to have to come through the air. And you're going to have to turn your quarterback loose, let him rip the football, because this defense is so stout against the run.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, going to the air. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit that point. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Direct snap. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USC looks like a legit title contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They are up by 23 over UCLA. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Okay, ready?
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. It's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Coming up, 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He fires to the left side. And he pulls it in at the 15. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires on the move. Into the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll ride Davis here. Got enough space. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to...
Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
Hey, it's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. At the 45 on his way. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. On the move at the 30. Can anyone catch him? And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to Davis. Line is set on 3rd down. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did.